Hey everybody. I wanted to continue my journey to continue sharing my journey with you all. So I wanted to, I continue to want to support you all on your journey as you have been incredibly supportive of me on mine. And I keep asking my guides what it is I'm supposed to share, what it is I'm supposed to bring to the table to offer you guidance and love and support. And I just keep coming back to angel cards. I spent a lot of time, I think, in other lives doing tarot cards. They seem to come very naturally to me, but I really feel in this life I really truly gravitate more towards angel cards, that they provide such a clear and concise piece of information to share with people. I do use, tapping into my sacred gifts and my talking with my guides and loved ones on the other side. I just love listening to the angels and working with the angels. I see them everywhere. And I really come back to being called to the angel cards. And so I have a few different decks that I like to work with, like a lot of people, a lot of readers. I think, we have different decks of cards that we like to work with and use. And so I like the oracle cards. I have several different decks of those as well. And so I really wanted to share something with you guys that I do almost every day. I get up and I do my, get dressed and put your makeup on or whatever. And when I go to my dresser to put on, jewelry or, on my crystals and whatnot, I have my cards on my dresser. And so every day I'll pick a card. And, I've done things where I brought, the pictures and pulled cards for you guys and stuff. And I think what I'm going to do is just start sharing with you my card for the day. And so the card that I had today was "You Are Safe." And I just really love that sentiment. And I think one of the things that I find so remarkable about angel cards is that whatever the question is or whatever insight you're looking for, it always just seems to be the perfect card that comes up, that it's the right information, the piece of information that you need. And I have done hundreds of angel card readings at this point, and I just continue to be really just blown away by the way that they work. And for me, I always have my clients who are sitting in front of me to pick the cards themselves. And if they're not in front of me, we'll pick cards in a different way. But if they're sitting in front of me, I always ask them to pick the cards themselves, and we lay the cards out in the order that they pick them. And it just always knocks me out how the information is so clear to whatever the questions that people are asking. And so I really love working with the angel cards, and really I have just developed such a love and trust with them. So it is my practice, my personal practice, to every day when I start the day, the question that I ask for my angels and my guides is, what is it that you need me to know today that I can take to be of help and of blessing to someone else? And I think for me, that's really like the biggest question, the best question that we can ask, because so often we go through our day and it's about, what do I need to do today to get done for me so that I can be successful, so that I can do this, so I can do that. What is it that's for me? And I think it's such a more powerful question, and it really is that question from the heart of, how can I be of service today? How can I be a blessing to someone else? And I really do appreciate that so much. And so when a card comes up that says "You Are Safe," I'm reminded every day that it is okay for us to reach out to the stranger. It is okay for us to let that car come in front of you when they're trying to merge, or they miss their turn. It is okay to talk to the person in the grocery line behind you or in front of you. It is okay to reach out to someone who looks different than you. I think truly in this time that we find ourselves in, it is really so important to extend the branch of friendship, the hand of friendship, or the branch of the tree of peace, or the hand of friendship, to people that we don't know, and to just be able to share love. And that is truly where we change the world. Because the thing is, if you look at the society and all the stuff that's in the the news, it's all of this anger and hate, and it's fueled by fear, because all these people are telling you what you have to be afraid of. We are afraid of Iran, and we're afraid of North Korea, and we're afraid of ISIS and the Taliban, and we're afraid of what's going on here and what's going on there, and we're afraid and angry and frustrated. And so what I want to share with what is being shared with me is that it is okay and that we are safe. The things that people are yelling and screaming about, and don't get me wrong, the human part of me, I get on Facebook every day and I go, this is not okay. You know, we need healthcare, and we don't need Nazis, and so my human heart is constantly fighting against what it is that is out there, you know, causing us aggravation, and you know, I see things that where we're not respecting our planet and we're not respecting the earth, and you know, I worry, especially being here in Florida, that you know, the government is about to auction off, you know, miles and miles of our Gulf waters for oil drilling, and it upsets me and it terrifies me, and it breaks my heart, because we're not respecting our planet and we're not protecting our future for what is going to be for our children and their children. But what I come back to every single time is that I know, and this is maybe not the most common perception, but I know that we're not the first incarnation of humans on this planet, and I know that the things that are happening now are going to be okay. We are going to find science and technology that's going to allow us to continue having renewable energy sources and fix and repair our world and protect our planet, and that right now we're going through this dark time that is frustrating, because we don't really understand the bigger picture of what's going on. But many in my community, we talk a lot about the fracture of the dark and the light, and how we have to have this dividing, because more and more people are waking up to the higher powers and the energy, and that there is the infinite soul, and that there is more out there than what we know. And more people are looking into things like meditation and readings and natural remedies and homeopathics, and you know, the shift is changing. It is coming from where we were, let's say, in the 50s and 60s, where, you know, everything was in packages and boxes to make everything easier. You know, you had Hamburger Helper and soap stuffing and all these things that were full of chemicals, but poof, you could have dinner in a second. And we really are moving away from those things to locally sourced and grown things, where people are gardening in their own backyards, and locally sourced food in restaurants and things like that. And it really is changing, and those people that are clinging to the old ways are very unsettled by the new things that are coming in, and it causes this rift between the light and the dark. And the more people that are coming into the light and the organics and the naturals and save the earth and standing up for what is pure and love-based, the people who are on the other side with fear and anger and frustration, they get louder, but their groups are getting smaller. And so the rumbling and the changing, the vibrations of our world is going to continue for a while. And it's really the unfortunate part, is all of this is going to go on for a while. And, you know, for the, you know, in the United States, at least for, you know, another 3.5 years. But even more than that, it's going to go on for a while. But the thing to remember is that all things work together for good, and that we are safe, and that in the end, it is going to be okay, because you can't address a problem if you don't know about it. And so the first thing you do is you look inside your body. If you go to the doctor and they just, you know, find a place of disease, and they, you know, say, okay, well, you have a problem in your shoulder, and we're going to address that. So it may get a little more painful, especially if you have to do something like physical therapy. It's going to be difficult, and then it gets better. So we are in that place right now where it's difficult. It is difficult, but it is going to get better. I don't know when, it's not for a while, but it is going to get better. And I think for all of us, just to really hold on to the thought that there is a bigger picture at work, and we are purging a lot of negative and anger and fear and frustration and hate from our society. So it's coming to the surface as we're, you know, get it to the surface and move it away. So hang in there, stay on the path. And remember, we are safe. So this is my card for the day. I don't know if I can do a card for every day, but I am going to change it a few a week so that you guys can tap in as well. And if there's a specific question that you have and you'd like to have a card pulled for that, just let me know, because I truly marvel every day at the wisdom of the angel cards. So thanks for, I see a couple people popped on high five. So thanks for watching. Thanks for visiting. Thanks for supporting me on my journey, and let me know how I can support you on yours.